Hello everybody, this is Gypsy Wolf and welcome to my channel. So today's video I am really excited to share with you because it's a way to incorporate magic into your very simplistic daily routine, taking a bath or a shower. I'm going to be showing you something very cool called a Goddess Bath Soak and or Scrub. And I'm going to explain to you why we use it, what it's great for, and how to make it, and it's going to be really fun. I'm so excited to share with you. So guys, again, my name is Gypsy Wolf. If you are new to my channel, so you know, this channel is all things witchcraft. So if that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. And thank you so much for joining this channel today. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, guys, you all mean so much to me. I'm very blessed to have each and every one of you because you're really part of what is helping me to kind of get off the ground and do what I wanted to do in this line of work and in my life. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. Again, this happened in one of my last videos. My phone shut off as I started my video. But I realized what the problem is, and now I figured it out. I need to get an actual camera and not record on my phone, for goodness sake. It's the year 2021. But I will try to show you the things that you missed the best that I can, because I know you guys like to see every little step. Okay, so the reason for Goddess Bath Soak and or Body Scrub. Each and every one of us has our own unique form of beauty, and I know that that is hard for us to see and feel. But guys, that's what makes us each a goddess, because we're all different. We all have our own form of beauty. And I think that that is something that should be heavily embraced, especially in our society today. So this will help you feel your own beauty inside and out. It'll make you feel empowered. It's going to make you feel maybe more lustful, more sensual, more receiving of love, things like that. That's why I like to use it. So if I'm having a day where self-love is feeling a bit difficult, I like to use it. If I have a day where I just want to feel extra powerful, I use it. Or, I just want to have a luxurious bath where I got my candles going, I have the right incense, and I just want to be, feeling myself. This is what I'll use, okay? Now, I know not all of us have a bath, so that's why I'm going to show you how to transform it into a scrub instead, okay? All right, so the things that you're going to need, where did I put it? Give me 1 second. Is the base of this is none other than sea salt. And I would suggest to not use the, the more coarsely grit type, because that's very damaging to the skin. It's just it can mess up your skin. So I would suggest, more finely ground sea salt. You can use regular salt if you would like, but if we're putting this in the bath, sea salt does tend to cleanse us better, as far as energetically speaking. And I think that it helps, with sore muscles a lot better than, regular table salt. So that's what you're going to need, some salt, okay? That's the base. You'll need a master bottle. As you can see, I already filled this up about 3/4 of the way with my salt. I chose this one. I normally use one larger, but how cute is this darn thing? It came with its own little wooden spoon. I'm just in love with it. Had to get it. It was $1 at Target, I think. Gotta love it. Now, as far as the herbs and oils, guys, I tweak things to my liking each time I make this. I mean, I do kind of have a staple recipe, but it is really fun to mix and mingle the herbs and oils as I see fit, what feels right to me, each time I make it, and I encourage you to do the same. This is just a baseline. Omit what you don't have, put in what you do have. Do not stress if you don't have all these ingredients, okay? I will show you the main things you really kind of do need, all right, towards the end of this video. Okay, so we have our salt in our master bottle. Make sure you cleanse out your bottle. Also, I did have my rose incense going, and I would highly recommend that you make this when you're feeling on a higher vibration. Don't do this when you're feeling really bad about yourself. It's just not a good idea. So if you need to get in a higher vibration, some suggestions from me to you would be, maybe giving yourself a little facial that evening, just a good old sheet mask that you really like, or do your nails, paint your toes. I don't know, try some, a new lipstick or a new eyeshadow. It's all about not looking beautiful to others, but looking beautiful towards yourself and realizing how important self-care is, because that's what this is. This is our magic is being incorporated into our self-care. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions, let me know. Okay. You will need something to grind your herbs. You can use a mortar and pestle. If you don't have that, you could use a coffee grinder. And you know what? If you don't have either one, just use your fingers, your hands. It's totally fine. I just prefer to get them ground up pretty well because I'm going to be putting this, in the bathtub, and I don't want large chunks going down the drain, right? But, real quick tip. If you don't have a mortar pestle or anything to grind this stuff up with, what you can do is pour your mixture into a little bit of cheesecloth or even, like pantyhose or whatever, and tie that up and place that in your bathtub and let that permeate in the bath. And then you can take that out, remove it, and, discard of it. Okay, enough about that. So, what I already have in here is lavender and rose petals. So let me go over why I used each. Lavender obviously just has, such a lovely scent. It's one of my personal favorites. It induces lust and love and a calming energy. And what I really like about this, for this mixture, this blend, is lavender not just has an intoxicating scent to others when you smell like it, it makes people comfortable around you, okay? So maybe you have somebody new, a new beau, and you kind of want them to let their inhibitions and guard down around you. Lavender is great for that. So I use about a palmful. Okay, I have itty bitty hands because I'm a tiny person, and this is a small jar, so I use about a palmful, and I ground it up. And as I ground it up, I was thinking about, I was imbuing it with thoughts of, feeling calm, like that calm, beautiful energy, and like kind of envisioning myself in a field of flowers, in a flowy dress, and just calm, peaceful, and beautiful. All right, so just, think of what works for you. That's what works for me. And then obviously I used some dried rose petals. You can use red or pink. And I did the same thing while grinding them up. I'm trying to get this into more of a powder here. Okay. The next herb that I'm going to use is, my all-time favorite, rosemary. I know it's more commonly seen to be used in protection, removal of negativity, money, things like that, but I love rosemary in love work, especially self-love work. It's also, the scent is also an aphrodisiac, so, it's gotta be good in that way, right? Don't mind me, guys, I get excited when I do videos and I talk too much and my mouth gets dry. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of rosemary here. Oop, I'm dropping it. Give me a second here. just honestly, guys, if you've never thought to add rosemary to any type of workings for love, lust, things like that, I would really encourage you to try it. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. But you know what? Put some in your hands. See how it feels. Envision lustful thoughts, things like that, and see if it feels right. If it does, add it to your mixture. I did not put the salt in my mortar and pestle. I did not need to. All right, so I am crushing it a little bit with my hands first. I'm not blessing each herb before putting it into the mortar and pestle because I am doing things with this afterwards, and I will explain later. All right, so let me show you how much about I have there. Okay, so we're going to put that in there, sprinkle it on in. This is smelling so good. So good. All right, so what I'm going to envision now while I'm grinding the rosemary is self-empowerment and cleansing, clearing the way for love in all the ways that it comes. It comes from family, comes from significant others, it comes from our own heart, it comes from friends. I just want to, it's to help you feel powerful. And when you think about all the people that you love you, and sometimes it might be hard for a lot of us. It's hard for me. I don't really have a lot of people in my life at all. But the ones I do, I love them very much and they love me very much. And that gives you power. Understanding that you can't stand alone every time. It takes a village, they say, right? Okay. So there's the rosemary. The next ingredient I'm going to add jasmine flowers. I love these. I love these for love. They just give off such a beautiful, happy vibe. Like, seriously. You just cannot hold this flower and not feel good. It's impossible, in my opinion. So I'm going to crush them a little bit in my hands. I really like doing that to imbue it even more with my energy. Okay. I'm thinking about feeling beautiful, sexy, all that. How others are going to view me that way. Others are going to respect me, and they're going to respect the words coming out of my mouth and kind of seeing my words as this flowing, beautiful energy. All right, so about that amount in there. Throw that in too. We're going to continue to visualize as we grind that up. I know some of you may ask, should I mix this in a counterclockwise or clockwise motion? It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, but at least not for this. However, I'm choosing to go in a clockwise motion. Okay. The last thing I'm going to use as far as, dried items, I squealed like a little girl when I found this at the grocery store the other day. This is my new addition. Honey granules. I'm so excited. So, honey is so good for your skin, and it attracts. So does sugar. I mean, this just across the board is great to use in this. Also, if you are doing something like this, you may want to invoke a deity, such as either Aphrodite, or for me, it would be Oshun. And Oshun is known to love honey. That's one of her offerings. Sunflowers and honey are her two main offerings. So, and I wish we had smell-o-vision. It smells so good. but I don't want to feel sticky after a bath or shower, so I'm not going to add too much. Let me add it to my hand so you guys can get an idea of how much I'm going to add. About that much, okay? Put that in there. And they're tiny little granules. You don't have to grind them up if you don't want. If you're using this as a body scrub, because they're very soft granules, so that might help with the exfoliation. But I'm adding it. I'm going to grind it. And I'm thinking about the beauty of Oshun, her glowing, magnificent energy, and how I want to try and embody that as well. And how I can. We all can. Now, gentlemen, if you have been watching this, if you want a male version of something like this, let me know. I'd be happy to show you how to do that, because this is for people that identify as female, okay? Alright, I think we are done with our dry ingredients. Exciting. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take my master bottle, and I'm going to take a funnel, and I'm going to add my dry ingredients. So when I go through here, this might take a minute. Give me a moment, guys. Obviously, I'm going to mix all this together. This smells so good. You're going to feel like $1,000,000 after getting out of a bath and smelling like this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we're going to do even more to make it smell even better. So now you want to take a spoon of some sort that you have dedicated towards magic, if possible, and mix it up. I don't have a clue where I got this little spoon, but this is the one that I always use for my magical workings. I'm just going to mix it again, envisioning what I want, what will happen when I use this. I'm telling you guys, every time I use this and come out of the bath, I just feel so refreshed and so beautiful. I'm telling you. But like I said, you don't have to use everything I use. Like, if you can only use 2 things other than the salt, I would suggest the lavender and the rose. But you could substitute the rose or the lavender for rosemary, because I know it's easier to get your hands on. But you can just do it with salt, rose petals, which, you know, you can dry those out when somebody gives you a bouquet, and lavender bud, or, you know, lavender and rosemary, or rose and rosemary. Okay. So we've mixed that pretty well. There's a little bit at the bottom I didn't quite get, but that's all right. And guys, as far as the honey granules, I don't know how I got so lucky to find that, because the stores in my area, they don't have anything cool like that for the most part. But if you can find something like that, go for it. If not, like, guys, that's just something I had. Why not add it, right? Okay. Now for the essential oils. I could have added a lot. I'm sorry this video is going on so long, but I'm trying. So the essential oils that I'm going to use today to add a little extra scent, although this is pretty strong already, is a little bit of lavender essential oil, a bit of rose. Absolute true rose essential oil is like $100 per gram. I have a 1/4 gram of like true rose essential oil, and that was almost $50. I only use that for like special occasions. And then I'm going to add lemongrass. The reason I'm adding lemongrass is because it's, number one, it's the most common herb in the very traditional hoodoo oil, Van oil, okay? It's great at cutting and clearing, but what it's also very good for is turning bad luck in love to good luck. It's also just an intoxicating scent. There are so many uses for lemongrass. Just Google it real quick and you'll see why I'm adding it, okay? And this blend here, it's a really good trio. I wanted to add so many other things, but I was trying to pare it down for you guys. Okay, so I'm not measuring. I'm going to kind of go and mix and see how things go. All right, so I'm going to start with 3 drops of lavender essential. 1, 2, 3. 2 drops of lemongrass. 1, 2. Ooh, no, that didn't go in. Okay. And these are pretty much all middle note oils, so it's kind of hard to get it right. That's why I play around. And then the Rose Absolute, it's got a light scent because it's an absolute. So I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And now I'm going to mix that up. You can see. Try and get this mixed up quickly because I know the video is going on for a while. I apologize, guys, but you know what? I don't want to just show you a recipe and you don't know why you're using what you're using or doing what you're doing. So the way you would use this in the bath is you would take, a little bit, like a palmful, put it in your bath, bless it when you do, just say, I call on the goddess within inside of me. And then you would step in your bath. You can use an incense while you're in the bathtub, maybe light some candles. That's always a good thing to do. And just, maybe play some music. I like to do that. Music is my gateway. It really is. I hope you guys can see. All right, let's see how the smell is. All right, that lemongrass is very strong. So I'm going to add a little bit more rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think 2 more drops of lavender, because I really love the scent of lavender. 1 and 2. There we go. So just obviously tailor it to your liking, to your scent. There are so many other herbs you can use and things like this, guys. Like, it's endless. It is endless. If there are extra things that you're trying to obtain, get some books on correspondences and add those, look them up. Look up what you're looking for, meaning like what you're trying to achieve. Look up what herbs work for it, and whatever you think smells good, add to it. You can make these for protection, removal of negativity. I make them for everything. I give them as gifts. You name it, I do it. And guys, by the way, if you don't feel comfortable making these or you don't have all the ingredients, I don't have my online shop up just yet. I'm working on it. But you can email me at magicalgypsywolf@gmail.com and I'd be more than happy to get things out like this to you. Magical oils, powders, loaded candles, things like that. I prefer, I will do spells for people, it depends. It's big maybe. But I'd much rather make things for people if they just don't have the ability to do it themselves. Ooh. Smells pretty darn good. I might add a little more lavender and rose but I'm not going to bore you with all of that right now. So, like I said, you would put about a palmful of this in your bath water and take a bath. And just envision bright light surrounding you and just like good, beautiful energy. Now, if you want to make it into a body scrub, you're going to take a little bit of it into a dish of some sort. I'm not using it right now for that. I just took my shower, so I hate to waste